Hi guys, Angie Bell with Herbally Hip Tarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Okay, what are we going to do in this little sesh? We're going to do two questions. Does big business like these tariffs? What do they think about them? Number two, European Union locking out the U.S. for trade and financially. How's that going to affect us? So we're going to do open reads on both. So it's an open read on how does big business like these tariffs. Yeah, especially Target, Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon's the one who supported him. How do you like it now? We're going to find out. So let me find out what cards we should use. I just hit my lips. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't smear it all over my face. Clear. Spirit. Should I use what lies beneath for how does big business like the tariffs? Yes, clear. Should I use any other of my cards and do a double read? No. Okay, clear. Spirit. Should I use what lies beneath to find out European Union locking out the U.S. for trade and financially? Should I use what lies beneath? No. Let me ask it again. Clear. Spirit, should I use what lies beneath to find out, to do an open read on European Union locking out the U.S. for trade and financially? Yes. Okay. The reason I did it twice was because I kind of moved my hand. Clear. Spirit, is there any other cards I should use for this and do a double read? No. Okay. It is what lies beneath day. Okay, so let me shuffle these up and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we got everything shuffled. How does big business like the tariffs? Let's find out. Keeping a promise. I guess this is the Orange Menace. He kept a promise. He said he was going to do the tariffs and he's doing them. I don't know why these oligarchs thought he wasn't going to do them. They're being very cautious now. I'm sure you are. Okay, what is keeping a secret? Okay, so I'm not sure what keeping a secret is, so we will leave that there for a second. Fake friends. That's the relationship they feel with the Orange Menace now. I don't think they ever really thought he was a great friend, but they realized this was a fake relationship because now you're messing us up. Copycat, but I'm looking at this. They're like, this is chaos. Look at everything up in the air. Everything's up in the air. Everything's chaos. Everything's up in the air. Chaos. They're tired of the drama. Police. They know that theft is going to go up. Especially in these stores. Theft is already high. And what? They want to kick him to the curb. The Orange Menace. Kicking to the curb. That's what they want to do with the Orange Menace now. It's only been 2 months. You guys were sitting in the front row of him getting inaugurated. I thought you guys loved him. So they're going to fight for what they love. Claiming what's yours, love is battlefield. So now they realize they have to fight. They want to break the contract. They want a divorce. It's only been 2 months and they're like, I want a divorce. I want out. So they're not happy. They're very regretful. In fact, I'm going to ask that if they're regretful. And again, sex shop, the shop part. They know the shopping, these stores. If they're selling something, especially product, it's going to be a mess. The shopping is going to be a mess. Their products, they're buying products, they're selling products. Their shop is going to be a mess. Amazon, Walmart, Target, etc. And I'm only talking about the big ones. I'm not talking about the small ones. They can handle a little bit more. But how much more can they handle? We've seen stuff like Fry's Electronics go out of business. Kmart went out of business. Toys R Us went out of business. Party City went out of business. Joann's is going out of business. So how many businesses can really handle all this crap? And these businesses are still dealing with the fallout from 2008 and then the coronavirus. All that. Okay. Let's just clear. Spirit. Do these big business owners, do they like the Orange Menace? No. Clear. Do they want to kick him to the curb? Yes. Clear. Is big business going to work hard to get him kicked to the curb? Yes. Okay, so now you got the people in the streets, and now you have big business too. So, and the way you get an oligarch, you get a dictator out, is by not conforming. And so we are doing the right thing by not conforming. Let's ask the pendulum too. Clear. Spirit. Are the American people doing the right thing with all the marches and not conforming to the Orange Menace? Yes, clear. Are the oligarchs doing the right thing by not conforming with the Orange Menace? Yes. A big old swing. Look at that. We'll ask this clear. I asked this the last video, but we'll ask again. Clear. Spirit, is this going to be, are these tariffs going to be one of the main things that gets the Orange Menace removed from office? Yeah, because we can't survive this. Like, our country will be ruined by this. Okay. So, yeah, they're not happy with him at all. They will be a part of kicking him to the curb, which is good. I mean, I'm not happy with the oligarchs in this country. They're not oligarchs, but the about the rich. What do they call them? I'm not happy with big business, but at least they're going to be on our side. So that's good news, because they need us. We need them to buy products, and they need us to buy the products, or they won't have a business. They won't be big business. They'll be Sears. They will be Fry's Electronics. They don't want to be that. They'll be Blockbuster. Gone. Okay. Next one. Okay, I want to do an open read on European Union locking out the U.S. for trade and finances. That's what they're threatening right now. Like, fine. We're not going to trade with you, and we're not going to do any financial stuff with you. That's huge. Let's do an open read on that. Let me find out what cards I should use. Probably What Lies Beneath. Clear. Spirit, should I use What Lies Beneath for European Union locking out the U.S. for trade and financials? Should I use What Lies Beneath? Yes. Clear. Are there any other cards that I should use? No. Okay. So let me shuffle, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom. Sex shop. But I'm not looking at the sex. I'm just looking at the shop. So our shopping, our products that we buy, are going to be highly affected. Which we know. Getting played. We're all getting played, okay? The Orange Minister, by them doing it, they're playing him. They're like, okay, we'll play you then. Because you decided to do these tariffs, to be a moron, and fine. We're going to play you. And how we're going to play you is we're not playing with you. That's just basically it. If the energy stays the same, they are going to follow through. They're going to play him because of why? His manipulation, his lies, his control. And they're going to play him. And they're going to play him by saying, fine, you think that you know what you're doing? Well, now we're not buying your products. Okay? We're not even going to play. We're not going to play with you. We're not buying your products. We're not trading with you. And as far as financial stuff, we're not doing that either. Lovely. That's going to cause some depression here in the United States. I'm sure it'll cause some depression over in Europe too. Because we have a lot of stuff that they want. No country can make everything, okay? And real quick, one of Orange Menace's people came on today and said, oh, it's only going to be a short term that we're going to feel a little pain. BS, okay? He goes, but, you know, people will start making this stuff here. We'll get this up and running very quickly. What the hell? We're 10 to 15 years out, maybe 20 of that happening. You can't just all of a sudden start making these car parts and this, and this, that. It takes money, it takes time, and you gotta build the foundation. And let's suppose we did make everything ourselves in the United States. Do you know the prices we're gonna pay? Do we want to pay those prices? Okay. This is going to destroy, shatter, destroyed, shattered, broken, and effed up. That's exactly what's going to happen to our country. The people who voted for the Orange Menace need to check themselves. The people still supporting him need to check themselves. Because you know what? The red states are going to be some of the most states that suffer. Okay? They have a lot of poor people in those red states, especially down south. There's a lot of poor people, okay? And they voted for him. Why you would vote for somebody who does not have your interest in mind at all. And you're going to suffer the most. Okay? You already can't afford your lifestyle, and now it's getting even more unaffordable on top of that. And it's done by your king, the Orange Menace. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, putting on a show. This is going to be a show. This is going to be a huge deal. Okay? Not being able to trade with Europe, it's going to be horrific. And it's just going to be a big show. It's going to be horrible. Again, I got this doing drugs. This is going to cause people's addictions to go insane. There's going to be a lot of drugs, alcohol, whatever your addiction is, because that's how some people deal with their stress. Which I said last video, make sure that you find something to make yourself happy, to keep those happy endorphins going, so you don't go to things like drugs, alcohol, overeating, all the rest of it. Find yourself something that makes you happy, whether it's reading, crafts, art, exercise, whatever it is, okay? Sexual protection. Make sure you protect yourself, okay? Protect yourself. And that's right by the doing drugs, okay? So don't be doing this. Protect yourself. I like this read because it tells you what's going to happen, but it also tells you what you can do to protect yourself. Oh, it's telling you to protect yourself. Okay, and I believe this is the Orange Menace. Trash. Throwing away, getting rid of, and tossing out. That's what we're going to end up doing with this Orange Menace. And we'll double check on that, okay? Because we're falling apart. We're falling into pieces. And the situation is going to explode. SH is about to pop off in flames. Clear. Spirit, are these tariffs with Europe and the financial situation, is it going to get a lot worse before it gets better? Yes. So whatever we do financially, I mean, I don't even know about all that kind of stuff. Do we have American banks over there? And then I'm sure we have banking stuff that we do with each other. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I have no idea. But financially, they're saying, yeah, we're not going to deal with you financially and trade-wise. That's why a situation's about to explode. Clear. Spirit, this ordeal with the European Union, with trade and the financials, is that going to cause the American people to want to throw the Orange Menace in the trash? Clear. Spirit, will this happen? Will we end up throwing the Orange Menace in the trash? Yep. Mess. Absolute mess. Mess. But like I said, I talked about it all day today. Make sure that, you know, the things that you really use a lot, that you, whether you need it or you use it, whatever it is, and you can stock right now, stock up while you can get it cheaper. Hit the Dollar Tree for different things, okay? Let me tell you something. This is, okay, sorry guys. I talked about this last video, but I didn't say to go do it. Sorry for the guys on my channel, okay? But some of you might have wives and girlfriends, so this would be good for you too. Maxi pads and panty liners. They're not cheap, okay, as we all know. They're $1.25. You get 16 in a package. You can get panty liners 40 in a pack. I've been buying my maxi pads and my panty liners from Dollar Tree. Go stock, okay? Go stock. Another thing to go stock on, alcohol. Because also, I've read that we're supposed to have a pandemic in November, okay? Go stock on alcohol, because if they have 70-75% alcohol, put that in a little sprayer, specifically this sprayer, okay? You get these at Dollar Tree in the craft section. 2 in a pack come. And then you take the 75% proof alcohol, or 70-75 I think it is, and that kills most viruses. Fill it up to the top, and you can just use it that way. But if you want to just boost it up a little more, use any essential oil is antiviral, antifungal, anti. Put that in there. I use orange essential oil. Put that in there. A couple drops. This is wonderful. You can spray it on carts. You can spray your hands. You can spray everything. I would stock up on that alcohol now, because look what happened last time. And then you can make your own sanitizer. And this way you can spray carts, spray everything down, spray your hands. I think that's better than just the gel, because the gel's in the gel form. This you can spray and then let it naturally dry on a cart, and that really cleanses the cart. Okay, let me make sure that's everything for this video. Oh, one other thing, shopping for food. For one, I don't shop at Walmart because they supported Trump, but I haven't been shopping at Walmart for a while anyway, because I found Winco. So if you have a Winco, you guys, it is way cheaper than Walmart. Way cheaper. For me, it's the most inexpensive grocery store. Plus, they have these things called the bins, and you can get they have like 10 rows of bins. All the rice and nuts and dried fruit and pastas, all that stuff, way cheaper. Your sugars, your flours, and they have all types, like whole wheat flour, barley flour. I mean, they have it's fabulous. So you can all your seasonings over there. It's just fabulous. That's another great place to shop, especially while we go through this crap, because they're already a better price. So even when they go up, at least it's not going to be Walmart, Smith's, or you know, those prices. Because Walmart used to be the cheapest in food. It ain't. It hasn't been for a long time. Okay, you guys, that is it for this one. Yeah, that's it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, comments or questions, leave below. Anything you want me to read on, leave it below. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Remember, this is so important now. Find something to make yourself happy, okay? And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Love, peace, and happiness. Bye, guys.